believe what my roommate cooked. So my roommate has recently decided that they want to become the next master chef. Sounds great, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to live with a culinary genius? Well, after a few attempts at cooking, I can confidently say I should have seen this coming. Last week, they decided to wow us with a home-cooked meal. The plan? Homemade lasagna. Easy enough, right? How hard can it be, they said. So as I'm sitting on the couch watching Netflix, I hear a loud crash coming from the kitchen. Naturally, I immediately jump up, thinking an exorcism is happening. I walk in, and what do I see? My roommate standing in a pile of spilled flour, looking like they just lost a battle in a baking war. So I ask, what happened here? And they just shrug and say, I didn't know the flour explodes if you drop the bag. Explosions aside, we carried on, until I noticed they were trying to boil noodles. I don't know how they managed this, but they set the stove to high and forgot it was on. I walk in 2 minutes later to a thick, bubbling mess. I thought it was going to produce a new life form right before my eyes. I've created something revolutionary, they exclaimed, clearly proud of this disgusting goo draped over what was once pasta. I had to remind them that firing up a stove doesn't make them a scientist. At this point, I just wanted to see if I could order pizza in time. Then came the greatest culinary disaster of all, a homemade pizza. Who knew pizza could be so complicated? They attempted to make the dough from scratch and somehow ended up with what could only be described as a thick pancake devoid of flavor. But the cheese, oh man, I think we might have broken some laws of physics with the amount of cheese they used. They proudly presented the pizza, and when I refused to even take a bite, they looked at me, appalled. What do you mean you don't want any? This is gourmet. I had to try to contain my laughter while I pointed out that the cheese was bubbling in a way that looked suspiciously like it was on fire. Basically, dinner turned into a comedy show worthy of an ovation. In the end, we ended up ordering takeout because, let's be honest, I love this roommate, but they'd definitely kill us both if their cooking ever turned professional. So I've resigned to my fate. I'll stick to my instant ramen while they burn down the kitchen, one meal at a time. Who's winning this roommate challenge? I think I know the answer, and it's definitely not taking the culinary route. And now I'm left wondering, what's next on the menu? I can hardly wait.